Okay, my third time I've been interrupted by toilet paper and tattoos. I just came out of an astral projection. That was the first one that was long and conscious. So I've been setting intentions every day to do something, and while I was taking Ryan's course, I had issues with receiving. Just issues with receiving in general. So, you know, with this course he teaches you his phantom body. And one of the steps what you do is use the phantom body, and you go out and use it until you feel something that you know you didn't create. Because anyone can dream up a wall and be like, I can't feel the wall. It's a different thing when you're using the body and you feel a wall appear. So while I was taking my nap, I rolled out after a point, and I started rolling down a hill. I had never felt that before. So I was like, holy moly. I'm not gonna edit this, I'm just gonna upload this straight, so that's why. Anyway, what was this thing? And then I started to mess around with it, and I started to see sacred geometry type stuff. It was beautiful. The way I can describe it is just like this fluctuation of almost like 3 lines like this, and it like expanded out into squares, which morphed into more sided shapes like pentagons, hexagons. I'm being boring. I'm just gonna go into the freaking trip, dude. I'm spending so much time. Anyway, what's going on is I started to go into a dream, and this dream became, I got lucid when I saw an ex who I had not seen since freshman year. Something in me in that dream knew it was off. Then for some reason, oh, this part is so sick. This part is so sick. This is how the astral projection started. I had a scan of my brain, right? And I was in this like cafe area with a bunch of people that I knew. And it was actually one of my managers at work came by. I had the thing, and I was like pointing at it, and you know, I just take my finger off, and all of a sudden the vision goes back, and now I'm still in that same place, but I'm looking at a TV screen of like that whole scene, you know? And then it pulls back one more time, and I'm looking at a TV screen still in the same exact area with my manager. I don't have the brain scan anymore, because apparently it was like a video that I was watching. And I looked through these 2 screens now, remember that? And I'm like, damn, that's crazy. Like, the brain is nuts. And he goes, you should see what's even crazier is where the finger is. And the finger was on the brain scan, it was right on the pineal. Right as that happened, boom, I'm out. And I'm in my room, and normally I can feel things, right? This time, I saw them and heard them. It was so cool. So I have a mantra that I came up with the very first time I ever tried to astral project because I got scared, which is love is all around me. I have never used that mantra since then. I've only ever used it during times of stress when I astral project. Or I'm astral projecting when I'm not meaning to, because that is kind of stressful to me. Actually, you know, it was kind of fun. Maybe I should stop thinking like that. But what was going on was I felt these things, and normally it's kind of funny because I was working on being enhancing my empath abilities of feeling the vibrations and different things like that, of that nature, because that's an easier way to understand, is to understand the emotion, the feeling, the vibration of things. And so that's how you communicate in the astrals. There are no words. So, oh my god. There's a bunch of things going on of like, what should we do with him, is essentially, like, that was one of the things, what should we do with him? And no, I'm facing the wall. I'm sleeping over there. I'm facing the wall, and I can't move. I only have my eyes open. I can only see the wall and down, like my legs, anything like that. And so I start moving my hand to the point where I get out of it, but I can't move my body. And I can still very faintly feel myself there. Then I just start reciting, love is all around me, love is all around me. And as I feel that, I almost feel like a bubble, like, go around me. which made me feel safe. And then I went back into the dream and then popped back out. I did that a few times. And the last part, oh man, the last part was so cool. So eventually, I thought I'd told my roommates everything. Nope, I was just dreaming. Came back out of it, went into the astral projection, stuck in my body phase. And all I hear is, like, it's still those two same guys. There's two guys here. And they're like, what is he? And I look, because I said my head is up here, and I'm sleeping facing the wall. And I can look down, and eventually my eyes close, but then my eyes open, and there's two beings standing at the foot of my bed, near the wall. And one's almost like this, and the other's like peeking at me. And I was just like, oh, what? Like as I think back, like, that's so cool. Like, what is he? What am I? What am I? Am I like a superhero? Am I like cool? Like, why were there two beings in my room that, you know, because they weren't malicious. I could hear everything they were saying. I wasn't scared. It's really uncomfortable to have that feeling. That'd be like if you were put with two caregivers, but you weren't told they were caregivers and you were given like an elephant tranquilizer prior. You're just gonna be like, that's not that fun with two people that you don't know, but you can hear everything. So, yeah. And then, I eventually was able to move, and I got up and opened my blinds, and now I'm here. So yeah, that was my raw astral projection experience. Gee, love you.